far gone night and day with each other, so a mirror here would be cool. But we're not going to get it, unfortunately. It's actually pretty util heavy on the Empire GC side. And same for the other side here for Monarch X. We get the Phoenix won't even be matched. We have KO for Fade. Yeah, this is their own comfort all the way.
Okay. Peep, I'm curious how I think this one's going to function with the KO, because we were evaluating all the roles that they have been switching in and out of, right? They went from, what, Viper to Phoenix, now to KO. Like, that's crazy Arsenal just in this one series alone. Sobu Sushiteho, I'm going to be honest, I've seen it. Sometimes she plays super well individually on it, and it's so fluid, and it is deadly. And other times, again, she can get in her own head in terms of trying to have perfect utility. So I'm curious how that's going to function in setup in conjunction with Clappy, because we did throw back to map 1 have issues, I feel like, with Clappy being ahead of a lot of the teammates' utility, and I feel like that's like what you kind of need with a KO Teho backing you up. And then Sia, KJ, you've been hating on the KJ all day, Rivington. I think this one, it serves a different purpose, right, on Pearl than like running through it, side anchoring on like a map like Haven or Split. So what do you think?
I hate it because I am a KJ main for a lot
Me
of
too.
my play. Yeah, and it just makes me sad when you got people sliding over your stuff or hopping through real quick, or they're finding ways to just get like a one-step hop through and be okay with the fight because they're swarming you, right? So it doesn't really matter if you could stay or stay. These are more delay. Like, they go off pretty early. They're in that entire area. Also at A, big delay for spike. So I feel like they really do delay more here. They can just be ran over by the Neons. We'll see if that's something they want to do. But usually I like KJ here. Also, being able to retake with the ultimate on this, I think, gives you a lot of space to get in preparation for the ultimate retake, which is then A lobby or B long kind of stuff. So very effective.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be a great lurk player as well. The backstabs through mid-door. Like, if Monarch X cannot get a pinpoint on her timing, they're gonna have as many issues as they had over on Haven. But we mentioned this already. We didn't expect Monarch X to slow down in these early engagements, and it was more of a question, okay, are they fighting for mains? Are they fighting for mid? And at least for the pistol round, we get a double duelist pilling art. We get a chamber that can rendezvous back from a mid-plaza fight, and it looks like Empire are primed, prepared to handle it.
Blair back in Blair mode. And nobody wants to peek that. So you use the dismiss on long to get into position with a clear and close.
Obscuring vision.
And it looks like they'll actually not have too much more than that trademark to get past.
Pulling them in.
Little grab well, isolate, Simulacra, looking. Isolate Clappy, a little restun here. Ooh, this is nice for Blair.
Nice follow-up on that. Two come in very fast. Over Sushi makes the classic ring. And there's going to be some follow-up. Clappy misses a few, but still is able to take down Cora here. The team has had time to get in position. But there's still a third coming around the corner. If CIA is needed, or CIC is needed, she gets him, but it's Clappy that's able to get the kill.
She might as well be the CIA at this point. Again, always very secretive, undetected, there when you need her most. But all in all, Empire, all right, keeping up the momentum. The pistols that they had over on Haven, which were previously flawless. And again, I like it how they start this round. And this was a big difference, was their balance and their direction, like their intention just felt absent on Split. Here it's like, okay, we start mid-side, we wait to handle any fight that's outward if very loud, which wasn't loud this time for Monarch X. It was more prepared trap style. And then they pivot away from that and just scale pretty naturally, we'd argue. And now, ooh, that could be a red herring. Only one player getting clipped by the 0 point conceals the 5-person trap stack here on the A site, and with a Bucky close, this might not be a pretty picture if they engage.
Oh, they're gonna slow walk it in. No more util here. Oh, it works. Dry peeking all the way up. Catch the util out. It's cleared. And oh, it's going to be a dry peek right back at him. Why wouldn't it be from Monarch? Walking into the smoke. A great use of the Bucky there to take one back and slow it down. But it is Empire up here to source out the other members. And I mean, it's a sheriff and a Bucky is kind of scary in here. Not gonna lie.
I'm surprised that they're going for the refight here as well.
Yeah.
Right, Blair collected it, is holding the same exact angle. The drone, pretty nice re-clear, calms the force up, and Clappy finally shuts it down. Yeah, this is nice. There's a trap though with Cora, the flash. There'll be a lot of pressure on Simulacra to deliver. Sheriff not connecting. And just like that, Empire, despite the flashy start from Monarch X, are able to keep it together.
Nice little slowdown there to reset and figure out what they needed to do. 4-0-2, Sober on top. 4-0-0, Clappy. Yeah, that's going to be some quick alts and ability to control these rounds sooner than Monarch would like. But they have weapons this round. So what is the idea? I think it's so spread out at this point that you got Monarch that could kind of help each other in situations last time. Here, they might have that A lobby push, but it might be slower from Fate, question mark? Or does Fate just want space? Yeah,
Well,
slower.
Like in the early drone, do you think that they are running the double initiator helps kind of tease out these traps, these stacks from Monarch X, so it's very well catered to this double duelist style, this chamber style. Fate now, ooh, I like the cross, the setup. Being like, yeah, you just droned me out, but I'm here, back in business, and Blair forced off the line as well, kind of stuck now back holes. You expect them to accelerate and Fate to be an afterthought. There it is.
Hasn't even shot yet. They don't know about Fate.
Through the smoke, Cora.
And they don't even need to. Yeah, Cora is just like, by the way, I got another one.
Yep. They're trying to leave. Fate.
Oh, Fate, why? He
Fate
always has
always
to touch the
refights.
burner.
Yeah.
The stove is hot.
And I thought maybe if multiple had been swinging out, like if you're flashing out with Cora, that would have been A-okay of a reclear. You get the early intel that they're leaving. And that's the complication here. Sia wasn't lurking this time around, right? This is a bonus. So playing alongside their side, they have no options. 25 seconds left. Re-engaging into the rifles. I'm surprised the chamber's alive, but Cora is not taking a lick of damage, continuing to find these kills one after another. Look for the fourth-piece finisher. Curveball into the action. And tracked across the screen. Monarch X on the board.
A very much needed round here. Now let's get the back and forth of the third map. That's the only way that this anime can end. Both of them had punishing fights, chances to get ahead. They've won the opposite maps, and now we get this final battle.
It's a big litmus test.
Interestingly enough, they usually are great on split, but that wasn't our final battle map. It's going to be Pearl. Still
nope.
more focused towards A lobby here on that right side. Looks like they want to be controlling orbs here as we get to rounds 4, 5, 6. And it doesn't look like too much movement from Empire. They know Monarch's going to be active. Yep, there it is. Instantly takes out Blair.
It's a nice op cancel, and I would expect them to maybe be accelerating a bit faster towards B, but they're waiting for Sia.
Yeah.
And Cora has slipped the timing. Turret makes contact. Sia doesn't fight it out. It's just a flash to force them back, and they also expected the B lean here. And this is where it's the first rifle round. Armageddon Online is such a nice tool for Sober Sushi to have.
Drone going out.
Monarch X playing this a bit more cautious, right, after the opening aggression engagement. They are playing very, like, denial of info, play for the retake. Minus Fate. Fate's the exception, guys.
Clappy's in. It always seems to sink himself in that corner. Works out really well, makes people force out, and it's a kind of a weird spot to have somebody slash out or slide out of as well.
Knocking them.
Empire getting in there, Clappy able to gain a little bit of space, and it was enough for the team to say thank you very much, we'll do the rest. A beautiful job duelisting in, if you will, and setting everyone up.
They didn't really use much util on that engagement, I'm not gonna lie.
No.
That was just swing out of the outer smoke together after Clappy has made enough noise on the entry, and that's something we were questioning in the agent select. It's like there's so much to support Clappy on this entry. There could be some dysynchrony in that timing, that tradability, but I think that's exactly why they're simplifying it. They're just winning out these engagements, standing up to Monarch X, and with money reset, that's where Monarch X and the chaos factor multiplies. 3 players in mid plaza. Ash just super far spawn side just to confirm maybe this drone, this take.
And again, hey, it worked one time. Do you think they will realize we'll do it again? It's even less weapons to fight against. And yeah, they're in. Ooh, just missed. Blair didn't even get a hit on that, and it's going to be a kill for Clappy coming through. Another one for Sober Sushi. so fast right when the flash came through as well. Holy moly. The reaction time and movement of Empire right now is just on top of it, and they'll pull that right back in their favor.
I want to say at this point, Sober Sushi has like either 100% cast or very, very near to it right now at the 9-1 score line. Has been crazy. Like, she probably would have like had 2, I would say, Armageddons on at this point with the ult farming that they've also been doing on the Empire side, but that just sets them up here perfectly. I think you need to use them this round, right? There's such things as underutilizing ultimates, and like, yeah, they're head 4-1, but you'd rather have those back online when you need them before Monarch X make that comeback. And you're like, huh, why don't we use those earlier? Like, shut out their economy, get up to 6 here and now with a really well engaged plan, and that plan starts with an A side fake and a cognitive divide to further sell this clappy entry. And look at that hook, line, sinker. Both B side defenders start rotating off. There's a little second guess from Blair, which is perfect. They stabilize. Wait a minute. They recognize their faults. They cut noise too fast on the A side.
Yeah. What's the speed now of the people on B long? It seems to be... I mean, have them out of sight. That's already a big win. It's just they have to know the timings now because the map is sorted out, and they actually didn't have anybody mid. They didn't have anybody in other positions. So this is less of a numbers for the hit because those need priority before this. And Fate's going to start taking advantage of one there. Quickly trade it back. Oh, wait. Fate with long range gets it in the overdrive. And now the site's kind of flipped in a weird way. This back hall is covered by Empire. And they're going to be taken right out.
Wow. I don't even know where those ults came from. I don't think Monarch X came to the round having them, but you mentioned no mid presence. Sia this time regroups from mid, but in 1v3, 1v4 does not get finished off. And just like that, Op for Blair connects, and they are good to go. 4-2. Snuffed out a lot of major ultimates on that Empire side as well.
Yeah.
At least have money, so they could run it back, just get an orb for Peep, see what you can do. Yeah.
I love the sell. I think you're right. The time was just cut too early, and then they took too long getting into B because they were all straggled looking for the lurk who actually made it through. Nobody made it through.
Nope.
They were their own enemy.
Okay. Little fake mid presence here, also to destroy that chamber trademark. Hop on the line. Battle goes Clappy's way.
There.
That opens up B side. You can get that space now. And that's immediately when they have space given up. Fake goes for a little deeper mid line, mid re-clear. Peep better be ready. This is a deep line. Oh, they missed their timing. Korra versus Sia.
Power's out. Placing alarm bomb.
Just ready. It's when you know someone's gonna be pushing. And again, they peek again. It's tough because those are just quick shoulder ones, right? You're like, this has to be safe. I'm on my side. I'm not pushing out. Okay, that they still got me. That's what Empire's looking for right now.
And you saw them. They had to give up so much of this B space just to play containment spawn side, like Fate peeling off, and now you had to play a 2v5 retake. Your util's been stripped away, so the clock there subsequently, and
yeah.
Honestly, at this point, money-wise, you might consider saving. Simlock are the only one that could go for this, looking for a weapon, but now you don't have a chance to leave. Look who's always behind you. Simlocker's aware. There we go. That's a gun handed to you for the exit. Look at that. Happy birthday.
Pick it up and go.
Yep.
Make some distance.
No returns allowed. Thanks. Surprised the Neon is sticking around here, though. Maybe wants an exit or two, since the overdrive is so far away. But, no dice. Gotta leave. They don't need a second operator either on the attack side. They're up 5-2 right now.
Man.
Maybe that's why they stick around. They wanted the op back, maybe.
Between the first... Yeah. Cycle a few in there, and then you just have control of both extremities.
Well, hey, if they win, we'll get to ask them what they ate between maps, Rivington, which they're on track quite well for it. We're gonna ask the same question.
Showing the strength still.
Same question that you asked. How many is enough for Monarch X on their defense half on Pearl compared to Haven?
Oh man, right now, I think I'd say 5. If 5 Monarch X gets to 5, we have a fight. But right now, Empire is not showing that even might be possible. The ultimates are going to come in big. Tour de Force is up. You're going to be able to use that.
Gotta go.
It's the first attempt at street. And the street is closed. One way.
Good trademark undestroyed. Fragment. Narrowly falls short of getting the job done as well. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that they have 3 players in connector on top of the trip. Like, there's a certain balance of like how protective versus passive you are around the Senti-Mutil mid. And I'm honest, I was gonna say Monarch X feel too inclined towards mid control. So now they're starting to redistribute, right? 1R, Ashen now regrouping for the A anchor. It's a good call in the late round. And then they immediately pivot away from it. What information do they have to inform 4 players heading B side, especially when they have the tour de force from Blair on the deep line? And I think that's what the plan is now.
They just prowlered within the last like 20 seconds too down A.
Yeah.
30 seconds
With that
left.
shot towards Sia in mid, they're going to be hitting A. Everybody's now forced to rush over here. A few lower buys. That's still going to be a tour de force. They know where Sheriff is back sight now, so they can play a little, breathe a little safer on that, honestly. And they get out. This is going to be, this gets weird though. Somebody needs to go arc.
I think Sia will later is the idea here.
Yeah.
Tap off, gravel off, no util really to fuel this fight, so now we get to see the strength of this composition, right? Swarm grenades, salvos, the works coming in clutch here. Smoke out, some locker on. Salvo in, you cannot stick it all the way. Have to though.
34.
Wait a minute. There's a world.
Get the edge.
Not like this.
Blair saves it! Blair saved the shot that was gonna be Peep running in to get it, and Monarch get the quick defuse from Simulacra staying on the spike.
That's the round.
Oh my god.
That determines a closer standout half, honestly. That is crazy. Armageddon even utilized at the last second.
Yeah.
Like, that takes so long to get through. And
Just see, that was comical. See a Peep jump forward with the knife out to try to break the distance and then get flattened, and just the defuse. That, knowing the defuse could come through, Simulacra believe. Like, you got me, right?
Okay. Huge. Hot hands lands. Clappy, though.
That was
Forwards
awesome.
challenge. Yeah. I do like that Empire feeling confident enough to try different things across the map, though. They kind of fell into a repetitive rhythm on the first few maps. Whether it didn't work on Split or worked on Haven, and here it's quite fleshed out. Sia. I do feel like Clappy's starting to pick up a little bit. That slack, and I do feel like, I think it was Fate last round that shut down the art exec from Sia late. So if she can get the wrap timing here as well, that could be nice. Ooh. That's good. Now get out.
Fate's been toying with that position over and over. So it's interesting Empire don't expect that a little bit more. Fate gets out. A little, like you said, hurt. But those kills, especially on Pete, they can gain so much space by walking a lot of the time. I think Monarch's doing a good job of saying, hey, we don't want to just get swarmed.
30 seconds left.
But then they just give him too much space.
Yeah, they just don't go for these frequent enough reclares. And you saw it there, right? She was about to do it, and then Corey gets walked up on and can't play her game. But one thing we've seen Monarch X do well at is these retakes, right? Simulacra last time. Cosmo divide up. Swarm grenade not denied, but they know the KJs aren't side, so Blair with no util to throw into the game around the corner. Lockdown protected in the nick of time as well. Luckily, no one detained. The second salvo out, and at this point, it'll finish the job this time. Sober Sushi with 4, and the Red Bull clutch to get Empire up to a guaranteed 6 at the half. That's the fluidity of the Tejo that we were expecting to see. 13-2, Rivington.
Wild. And you remarked that there may be a situation that gets tight, it gets tough, that the util is misused. Not today, apparently. No, holy moly. Like, it's,
I will say,
even under the pressure of Monarch, Sober Sushi is able to get everything clean on these.
Yeah, Sober Sushi is also one of those players that she definitely, if she makes a mistake, wants to make up for it. And you look back to the round prior, right, where the Armageddon comes in, right? Just ever so late that they sneak through, and again, you're the main post-plant agent, and then she clutches around it like that, and that's what you're gonna remember, not the missed Armageddon, but the 4K to get yourself a 6 to force a timeout on the enemy team when it's a map 3 decider.
Coach Stagger says timeout time for Monarch.
Had the right direction on Haven.
Will the talk be? Yeah.
It came too late. This feels early enough, I will say. Again, it's going to be if Monarch X can stick to that game plan instead of win a round or 2 off of it and then completely backpedal to the faults of old, basically. So let's start seeing what this look is. I do think it's interesting, right? On this map, it feels like they've so far disengaged from like, oh, duelists typically fight for like a main space. We've not seen them do that once on this map. It's been very mid-centric, just wait, hold, trap. And this round with a pistol, the eco is similar.
If it's anything, it was like a hot hand thrown over towards A that we just saw. Really no fight.
Faked it at least.
Party in mid.
Ooh, Peep, you're lucky.
Yeah, everybody's like, okay, that's enough time just at the right moment. A good smoke to get him out. I like that, to play it in safely. And they're going to walk away from all of these pistols.
Does put a lot of reflux potential here, though.
Yeah. Just making sure there's no straggler. I think everybody goes here before she was just a little late on the lurk.
Ooh.
But no, they won't.
Really nice choke util. Yeah. Double molly, alarm bot, triple molly. They know exactly where these players are coming from, minus the singular flanker that Sia can handle.
Find you.
Explode! Go, go, go! Out the gate, they try to fire in. Clappy and Arthur making quick work as they really only have one thing to watch as B-Long is on lockdown. Whee!
Whoa!
It looked like...
That sheriff shot connects?
It looks like straight inertia that killed her. Like, they just ran into each other
Body
so hard.
slam! Alright, 7-3 here, Empire. You said 5 was enough. That would need the next 2 rounds, and the previous was an eco. And it was on the bye round where we got to see that fundamental shift out of Monarch X when timeout's been triggered. Coming into this round, what's the switch up? Trusting maybe in that
Quick feet.
trademark a little bit door side, so you can fight for a main. I like this, actually. It's a great adjustment. Aw, the 0 point makes it hard.
Look at that fight. Oh,
I hold C4.
in front of it. Dodging everything. That's a tough one. Oh, but no follow-up. Oh, they're waiting for the drone to go through, see if it could suppress a little bit, but it was just off on the timing. Clappy goes down, and now they're going to have to figure out how to get into sight here. Maybe off a little bit of a flash from Peep. They got to go together without that duelist.
Oh, and that's where the Prowler here could set up a perfect swing from Fate. Pulling with the balance of it, waiting maybe till that minute mark. If it comes too late, though, we've seen this story unfold before. Cora was the victim last time around.
Spike down.
C's. They got them both. Oh my god. The C's ties their shoes together. Empire trips over it. Ace. Little Acra finds the roam around from Sia at Art. And makes quick work of that one. What a counter to that play.
Yeah, really nice balance there struck on holding a main and giving up so you're not full swinging into util or player presence. Even after that hunt confirmed, I think 4 players there for the side of Empire. They didn't back out. They didn't back up. And that's exactly what we need to see out of them. They're understanding now that, hey, just because a 0 point is here, they have a double initiator, doesn't mean they're actually inserting a player here. And that's what they're seeking out answers for, it feels like. We're going to see it this round again as well. And I do think the solution is to head towards B for Empire, but you gotta get past the op first. Blair on the line again. Drone. Destroyed. Chamber still in the dark.
Maybe.
Arthur.
So much patience. We saw Blair do this before for about 30 seconds on split. That's a nice double peek from Peep. Both players know it's going to take everything right now. And this is nobody wants to lose around here, so we're getting a little bit slower play.
Hot take, even if this curveball connects, Clappy still gets the kill out of the Phoenix.
You are divided.
Go ahead.
Doesn't matter, they gotta go. Armageddon out. Cosmic Divide invested. Howl's clear. These players are still holding mid-sight here. Off the Astra util. Perfect dissection. These players alone, no way out. Special deliveries more just to keep them alive.
That was a crazy dissection from the Swift coming up, nullifying the Armageddon, clearing back hall. You thought they were going to fight mid-sight, but no. Monarch was able to stay in the shadows and make it feel weird for Empire. There's the 5. So that's 7-5. We're going to switch sides here and now see if that Monarch aggression that they're known for is going to fail.
I could see it.
Does anyone have funds?
Feel like Fate's right now 12 and 10 again. That's why I expected Korra, right, to be on the Phoenix on Haven and someone else on that primary duelist. Probably Fate again because they were that raise on split. And this is a better look for them. Honestly, that's what I want to see them revisit possibly on Haven later on. But for now, closing out this series, you just gotta lean into that duo synergy. But pistol round, Empire playing a very classic look, taking your main space, you know, deep salvo, deep possible Nebula or Astra Smoke. The Neon being the one to hold B long side or fake out that presence is what's my question mark for Monarch X right now.
That needs to keep making noise. Selling a few. How fast do they stop though?
Go, go, go.
Yeah, they still have A lobby control. I don't think they're gonna expect this. One shot, the side swipe here with the clothesline.
Ooh.
Protection from the right, but Simulacra comes up big there to stop Clappy from getting another 2.
Chiyu.
Oh, the timing.
Enemy down.
Nicely done by Chiyu. Really needs to start getting on the board there, and the pistol round is one way to do it.
Spike plant secured. Blair low HP but holding the deep line. I like it. They get the post plant player off site. Asher now bodyguarded up, and I'm worried about how disconnected they are from the site still. Asher util might not be enough on the pistol to fully defend this time or Empire. The rescaling here in Art's gonna determine everything. Yeah, and look at the main player so far away. It's Neon though. Fate has to close the distance. Doesn't matter in this case if you can't get there in time. Arthur can't even get it to half. The right click though aligns. Will the smoke last the distance though?
Taunting it.
Come now.
Played
Well, the
perfectly.
tap, they know you're not defusing it. Oh, Simulacra comes in for that. It gets the kill. I mean, you have to defuse at that point anyways because the time is there. What a pistol from Monarch, and they bare their teeth here to make sure Empire know they're still in this one.
There we go. Very, very well constructed again. I was worried that the timing was going to get a little silly there with them playing so far away for every player that might not have had a hand in the post-plant util directly, but reposition main from Fate well timed, and Simulacra as well. Just know when to entry into that Astra Smoke on Spike or not. So Monarch, if they gain steam, they're dangerous. If they gain confidence, they can steamroll you. And running into a direct fight 0 point or not is not a good idea.
Ooh, relay bolt hit. That just gets Clappy out alive, and they're not gonna stop. Snowballing down the ramp. Send one back. Even with the side. Okay. I think they might get a star on it and try to come around without activating it. Or even a neon wall. They don't know where neon is.
I like the salvo setup here. If we can see Clappy activate off of it, but playing the close corner, hard cleared. I don't know. I feel like any timing is gone and is missed, and that's a crazy assist there from Fate to slide on in.
Just thank you very much. And yeah, this is the runaround now for Empire. They're gonna go ahead and try and get within the spike range. It's gonna be tough. I think they know their street after a certain amount of time at this point, and they haven't peaked. Their B and their flank is covered from pretty good distance out here.
Exactly. Just waiting, no one entering, exiting through street.
I mean, I think Core has the Guardian. I wouldn't lose that. And they don't really have a cheap gun to run up there.
Yeah. It's gonna make that third one even scarier, right? Like 7-5, you've already guaranteed the tie game. Now with the bonus is 1. I feel like that's the momentum shift they would have been able to achieve with a possible pistol in that 9-3 comeback on Haven.
Yeah.
Again, just never sparked. So I'm a little worried. I mean, look at this. You could also maybe like, if you go for like a double fake, get both orbs for Korra, that run it back could be lethal with the full shield combo. Like, if they can come up with a plan, I was gonna say in this round, they'd be good to go. And I mean, you can't talk about a plan, but you can definitely think one up during a tech pause, right?
Yeah. Also, just the plays from Fate, I am actually becoming a fan now because it is the most consistent play, but you're seeing results. Like it's like can sit, will fit, will sit, right?
Again,
it's like can push, will fight, and
but
it's working.
It's that chair size difference, though, right? The Phoenix was like too small, so they couldn't sit on it.
Yeah.
Here, I feel like the Neon's what's facilitating it, right? They can get out unpunished because of the sheer speed. So again, solves the problem for now. It's like, guys, when you're wild reviewing this, switch core to Phoenix on Haven, and all will be well. Anyways.
Yeah.
But independent of that, 7-7 here. Tech pause at this point's interesting for sure. Again, we mentioned how big of a round this is going to be. I mean, we just side swap
as we request. Yeah,
Ooh.
and 2 for Monarch. Quick rounds. This one, they're pretty healthy for this, but I would hope we can fix it soon. It's just like a ping issue. That's all that happened last week.
Oh wait, let's hope. All
Fingers
right,
crossed.
it is.
And I heard ping. Universe of interwebs, calm down.
It's like we couldn't also get a few more seconds to see like what side they were leaning to theory craft.
Yeah.
Again, my theory crafting is literally just farm up the core of Phoenix ult and do something with it. And I feel like Fate's good at taking that space, like A-main, to get you that orb early. That's probably gonna be the one more contested, based on what we've seen from Empire in the early round as well. So you got to start there.
You have to when you have a Phoenix. Like there's times when teams like have a specific play, but you'll see them run by an alt orb, and I'm just like, I'll reach out. You're like, why? That's another alt or something. But like they have it, and they know they're gonna get kills in the round, and it'll just happen next round, kind of thing. But yeah, Phoenix is almost no excuse. Like grab everyone you can. You said before, even use your alts when you can. You don't know what effect it kind of has in the area, an aura around the map. And then you'll get one faster as you get more kills, hopefully, to get it back and farm orbs. So,
Well,
use them if you got them.
Use them if you got them. And I feel like that was an issue for Empire in the first half, right? They tried in that big ult swing round where they used most of them didn't convert, and that's how Monarch X caught up. And we kind of laid that out where like if they keep sitting on them, that's what happened. But they still invested them and still didn't come away with the conversion. It's all down to the super sub simulacra, and that one just called a ninja defuse. It was close enough.
Yeah. Talked a little bit about sober sushi. I'm keep just eating that name. Sober sushi. I gotta say it in 2 words and not make it one name. Doing really great and focusing on what to do on this Tejo composition. There's got Empire and Monarch, as we said, coming in here. Familiar names, but not familiar team names. But yeah, these are still the same players, and they are absolutely making it work. CIA having a bit slower of a game on the Sentinel this time, but I think that's now that we're on defense, you'll see that kind of ramp up because the Cypher game last game was
100%. And I will say, I do think that Cia's slow start is because of Fate, right? I feel like Fate's been the one diffing Cia in a lot of these head-on 1v1s when she was on the attack, right? It was Fate mid-door swinging out, getting them top mid. It was okay late when Cia was trying to wrap art. It became predictable. Cia got away with it the first few rounds of the half. That's how Empire got to the 4-1 start, but in that latter close, again, that's when they pinpointed the timing. And that was a big difference as well. I feel like they could not find that over on Haven either. So I do think this half, I don't know. I feel like as a KJ on Pro, we talked about we're both KJ mains. I think I do better on the attack than the defense, just because it is so team-centric how you play a KJ on this map in particular, that you're not really left with any retake util. Like you're putting alarm bot mid, you're putting turret art, right? You're more info gathering for your team to rotate off of than playing individually.
See, I am a big defender player.
Oh, you like your microwave setup, sit backside, pop the mollies.
Yeah, but it's more so like back against the box, there's 3 people surrounding you. What's the best way to take on that fight? Like, who's going to be first? Who's going to be second? What util can you get hit with? Like, that whole scenario is just...
I suck at retakes. That's why I'm a Sentinel.
Love seeing players make those decisions.
Yeah, the worst meta we are in, where the Sentinel cannot full anchor, sight has to leave and play retake. It's my nightmare. I want to live by my sight, die by my sight.
It is true. The days of like holding down. I wonder how it's gonna work on Ascent. Because it's still very hard cut angles when you get into side. Like a B is still, you either take front side B or you cut in, right? So
Maybe,
like,
maybe
will
I'll
KJ,
maybe
will
I'll
KJ
enjoy.
be good there still?
Maybe I'll enjoy Ascent in the new meta more than I used to.
We'll see. We'll see. We still got a tech pause. We're trying to work through the ping here versus Monarch and Empire. It is the third map for these in our second series of the day. You can see the first two maps on the top left of your screen. Yeah, those are not wrong. 13-4 and 13-3. We did not expect that 13-3 to happen after the 13-4. And now we have a 7-7, which is kind of banger because this is also what we wanted now that we had those two absolute night and day change maps. That it is an even matchup.
I will say as well then, while we're in the tech break, we can talk about the outcomes in some of the other Swiss games that were happening simultaneously on our amazing Radiant streams, which is that Wadadaa came back stroke hard in their dominance over Ghost Gaming in a 2-0. Sen Otters win 2-1 actually over Ouroboros. So I mentioned that team, don't underestimate them. Might have just a touch to at least get the 3-mapper. MVSK Treasure 2-0 Frost White, and Shopify Rebellion Gold keeping it pretty clean over Sad GC and winning out. There's also 2-0 for that Alexis IGL and Lydia debut. And for the other ones going on, Hyperspeed Golden versus TV. Hyperspeed Golden win map 1. FlyQuest also win map 1. But I think that FlyQuest Catface game was really close, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a double digits affair. That would have been a fun game too.
Let me see. Is it still happening? So it's 13-10 Haven live.
I see a 13-10. Yeah, Fly over Meow.
So now they're on split.
Yeah.
The split game. No, yeah, it looks like Shopify did actually go pretty well through that. Like you said, 2-0, 13-6, 13-8. They were still able to get the comp. KJ in there, Tejo breach on Fracture. They got a Fracture.
Ooh, Fracture.
That's a watch-worthy for sure.
No way on the KJ, I'm happy. That's all I will say. She was on the top of the leaderboard. I'm happy. But we're back. We stalled long enough with your, sideline update. Sportscast style, and we're right back into the action and into the speed. Quick B split coming out of that round. We asked for it, right? An effective leverage of some of these ults, and instead they just want to go pretty quick. Or, wait, maybe it's a root, and it's kind of working. The reclear from Empire coaxed out Hora. Did not get the orb here. Riv, we can frown now, I think. Oh, she did. It's just late. She did. Don't worry, guys.
Okay, boop.
And are they gonna leave? That was a question. And oh, Empire, this is a nice position from Clappy now.
So this is actually what they waited for a few rounds ago. Monarch left Chi way further back and had a Prowler hit this. Now, oh, they've already got, it beeped. It's like, oh, is it there? How close? Bloop, 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 bloop. They were gonna smoke it. Do something maybe? No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's heads on the opponents and they can make them disappear.
Yeah,
Two
Spike
now
hasn't
back
gone
hall.
down.
No, they're pinched in now. And everybody's on Empire is just like, wait for them to make a move. Okay, we'll drone them out, but it's up to them.
30 seconds
Yeah, and that's
left.
the difference. You see that player that wanted to fight in the lane gets shut down head on by Sia. So before they even get the site fully cleared out, they spread themselves too thin, and it's too weak across the board. And 20 seconds left. Yeah, Kale has them contained. Like, there's nowhere to go.
One enemy remaining.
Slide in, doing what they can. Oh, that was actually kind of close. There were a few more kills, but it obviously was not enough. Empire make it 8-7 as they take the lead by 1.
Okay, that was a bonus, though, as well, for the side of Monarch X. We laid out a possible slower approach plan. That was to get an ult online for Korra, but she now has it in conjunction with a shuffling of weaponry choice. Obviously, yeah, they're going to leverage that for now, but yeah. I think I liked the start of the round, and then it just kind of simplified into the predictable endpoint, and that's what makes it difficult, right? If Fate is going to dive at mid, break that util, you're expecting it to be a B split, so then they're going to rotate B side and be prepared, right? So they didn't disengage, and instead are very similarly replicating that plan. Means it's going to be a very similar idea from Empire.
Oh my gosh, so risky on these hits, but you make the move and you create the pressure. But the team's not in yet. Now the team needs to get in, get the plant, and figure out where the rotations are coming from. I like this from Blair, still taking a little bit longer, and that might be the pin they need to get the win round.
Oh, they stripped the util away. The judge is good on the slide, and Blair, the double back, also gets read by Sia.
Way. That's crazy, Zobi. The Molly commitment into the that's crazy. Into the shot is wild. And they're still sourcing the members of Monarch here while they get the defuse down. Back call. Yeah. Focus it on. Where's the other one? Oh, actually a great little game of cat and mouse here from Chiyu and the rest of the team. This could absolutely be doable. They could tie it up right here, and they do tie it up with a 4K. The Red Bull clutch from Chiyu.
And let me see the scoreboard. That doubles Chiyu's kills. Again, you can never count somebody out for having a difficult map when you don't know what they're fully capable of. Wow. After it felt like Sia and the team for Empire had them hooked at every corner, right? The drone clear of street, the judge follow-up, the molly, like, it ends like that. I was looking at the vision and then I was like, oh, it's going out the window with the high-low here. And then still getting that transfer, it's like the time crunch. Too much.
Crazy stuff. What a play. Marker looking a little high there. Blair takes advantage of that in a very quick scope. We're kind of back to the same setup here. The back call seems to cause some problems, but let's see if they can stay alive in it now. Yeah, Fate controlling it right away and taking a little bit more space.
Okay, that's what they wanted to do prior. That got punished. So that's their box checked. It's an eco as well, so it'll assist in that regard. Ooh, play cautious. All right, wallbang to get off this space. Backstab brewing as well from Blair. This feels like a wrapped up round with all the traps ready as soon as contact is made out Link's side. And you're gonna prowl, you're gonna flash, it's gonna be difficult. Peep, the one to start it, and it's all going exactly Monarch X's way. Bow down to the queens.
Lean. Just slide. What an entrance. That was kind of gnarly. Just sliding up the ramp like, hello. Sober Sushi goes down, and now it was 7-8. Empire grabbed one. Too quick back and the other way to Monarch. They say, no, we just made a quick mistake. We have it now. 3 ults ready, too, to keep this going with Blair tour de force if they need the next round.
Yeah, this is looking great. And I would say with these ults, this is the round where you could definitely win a head-on A main fight, because you've been hearing them. I think taking this space willy-nilly every round, and then they immediately pivot off if there's street, if there's B-long presence. So I do want to see them punish it to a certain degree. Blair, alongside Core, looking to kickstart that process. I don't think they would expect the neon here.
Oh. Lappy wants more. Oh, knows it's the diagonal on the box and gets a second spray before taken down. Yeah, they have so much knowledge right now, and they can just chill at 4v2.
Gotta invest the extra util as well. Just to recover the spike. At least there's time to decide on a path forward. But Monarch X in these moments, instead of playing groups, just split up, play a deathmatch, see what you can find to open up the round back. In the meantime, with this A split, they have identified the weaker side. It is feeling like caution for Empire. Just Sober Sushi gets contact, plays out, they play the full retake, and they're going to give up the spike plant. Or, if it's late enough in the round, they would all just rotate, but so far, so good.
Nice and clean.
30 seconds left.
Oh, yep. Sober Sushi playing it very smart now.
Has salvos, too.
A little bit further.
Missile deployed.
Beautiful plant. Great knowledge of what's going to be happening and how close those salvos could be. Oh, hello. Crazy backstab. Oh my god, no way that just happened. Monarch's going to do it again. Peep, screaming into the site, realizes the plant is in an awkward position and kind of has to source how they would be able to clean this one up. Shot to hear someone in secret. But no, they don't know about Chiyu. That's the ultimate activated in a situation they can get out of. Fate is just toying with them right now, but that's still 1 kill. No tap on the defuse, and they're not even gonna get close. Peep goes down, absolutely zapped to death. Another round for Monarch.
I was terrified that we were going to see the same conclusion where they fight just a smidge too early in the post-plant head-on, and Empire is going to sweep them under the rug, but Great balance there from Fate as well. Just again, leveraging what they would not have been able to get away with on a different agent. Again, that slide across with the overdrive. More so just so you get that back. The high gear was perfection. And I'm glad that there was zero hesitation on investing those ults as well, right? The Nightfall, the overdrive, they come out immediately. And that's what breaks the bank once again. That's what'll get Monarch X up to at least 11 should nothing go wrong. Exactly what they needed. A risk and a reward.
Creeping down ever so slowly. I mean, honestly, they're going pretty fast. We're only 20 seconds into the round. They're ready to reach the site. The wall? Oh, seems like a little indecisive here. Wanted to wall to go straight across, but they're going to keep going to street for once. And now they're absolutely going to catch Empire off guard here. And Sia goes down. Cora gets a kill onto Soba-Sushi. Yeah, Arthur, a sliver away.
Wow.
There it is. Nice C's into the corner. They have just sourced every member that was in or around B instantly. Where did this round come?
Silent contact up. And that is so risky on an eco as well when there could be a gamble stack B side, but it works out. Peep as well. Wanting to get an advantageous fight off the corner because that would be the null command to try and keep them afloat, keep Monarch X off 12 later on, but for now... Laura, that's not the player you want to give that to. Now that's going to be the run it back in the next, in life or in death. Okay, wait.
Oh, it's not many bullets. Five.
3. Oh, there's none left.
No more. Wait,
left.
click. Oh, no. Unfortunate. That was a hell of a lot of spamming with that Vandal coming in through the round there. But yeah, you can see how close, how bloody they're getting, and we're getting a little sillier towards the end, but I think Monarch is feeling a lot of the momentum and very happy with the outcome of the last 4 rounds.
Yeah, definitely a momentum team through and through. Saw it map 1, saw the lack of it on map 2. Now it's what might carry them into a 2-1 standing here in the Swiss stage after round 3. I do think that we are set up with a nice eco round, give and take for Empire to come back into it if they win this round, and they have the ults to do so as well. Mid though, that's exactly why they're starting there. They understand how these ults can keep main space. They've been defaulting to break this util time and time again. They know how to play against this Killjoy, right? Sia, get to have that star power level performance we know she's capable of, and all this setup finally draws rotations from Empire. Or not. Double back, Soba-Sushi. This is interesting. Empire are like hesitating.
Yeah. They want to fight, but they don't want to be the one to go down. It's super tough. Oh, how did that miss? It felt like it was just into the armpit. That's going to be enough for now Monarch to start taking the fight. Sia recalibrates the aim and takes down Blair as they get a few more to make that 3-round comeback a little bit more worthwhile. No command still ringing out.
Hey, bullets. Bait the lift. Sia finishes off Chiyu. It's all down to Simulacra.
Oh, it's going to be tough to get out there on the defuse, but this could be a deja vu here. One on the defuse, one watching, but no, Sia is good for it this time. That's going to be locked down as well for following rounds coming up. Big stuff for Empire to get back in.
Yeah, big wins from Sia that round on the Lurking Chamber to then the retake game. Op recovered 2. It's the cherry on top. And the fact that they don't lean into the most ultimates there, they keep the Armageddon as well, so now it's like a full house straight out kind of environment. Yeah, it's exactly like you mentioned. They are going to propel themselves forward, but job's not done yet. When you've won 4 in a row, you're going to have at least a back-to-back bye like we see out of Monarch X. So again, it's like we asked Monarch X for that consistency, they find it. We're asking the same thing now out of Empire.
Slow. Nope, not slow at all. They're going to be screaming through here. I thought those smokes might be slowing them, but they've already passed through what they needed, and now pushing up straight. Oh, now they slow. Don't like if they got any util.
Full cancel. Leave Blair with the op here. I liked it. I then handed off the weaponry and I think it's silly that the operator completely changed then the A strategy when we've seen Empire previously play super far forward there with the Neon Tejo combo. And I can't tell if that's now a wow, they're lucky to be alive moment then because of how fast that was out of Monarch X, or if it now entailed them being too committed to the A side. Now they've realized, okay, I feel like we've been rotating late
Now
to
back.
B. Yeah, they're like, okay, KJ rotates early, KO rotates late spawn, and kind of hold where we're at. Monarch X, they've never been this rotate heavy this series. You can see how much they want to close out this game.
Yeah. Usually they're just
30
taking the
seconds
fight right
left.
away and they want to make the space happen. There's going to be a lot of util that they have to get through here, but only if the timing's right. If they walk this in again, they just get past all of it. Oh, and they do.
Launching missile.
Gifted.
Ooh, down to 25, but that's going to be enough. They just want to gain point.
You know they reach it, folks.
Should. Huge from behind. Fate finds it. Going to be able to crawl out. And yeah, you said it. Armageddon coming in. Cosmic
three
Divide is
art,
up.
though.
Here it comes now from Empire. They have to know what's going to happen on this. They know the site is split. They're all going to just try to sidestep to it. It makes it almost kind of awkward with the way it's protected.
They know they're off. Fate's communicated it, and now with that double back, as long as she survives.
saw Fate.
Enemy remaining.
Oh my god, no way. Monarch's just really able to cause so much chaos here. Empire and Sober Sushi, the rest of the team can't get it to work. 2 left alive on Monarch for that even as the round goes down. And they are causing so much chaos in these post plants. It's tough to read.
That was a perfect orchestration and understanding of the ults that were on the Empire side, right? They're realizing,
Yeah.
hey, there's no retaliation A main. Hey, there's no retaliation art side. And they needed to do something to then deconstruct any of those retake ultimates. And I mean, the fact that they used everything on the Empire side to try and get the consistency that we demanded, and it still falls short, now leaves them with a very desolate position. Look, Stinger, Bucky, right? And no ults to speak of. Like, it is disaster to try and get 3 rounds now for an overtime chance here. And look at Monarch X. Not just the Cosmic Divide, but then 1 off from Chiu's ult, the Fade, 1 off from the Overdrive for the Neon. Like, it's more
Yeah.
like, how can Monarch X lose this, is the question.
This kind of felt, and not in all the aggression that they had with rounds, but what Monarch had in the first game was where they were, when they started stringing rounds together, the way that their ult synced up is they didn't need 2 or 3 a round. They had a few, then they would get a few and just keep rolling them over. And this is very, very common, it seems, for them to be able to figure out where they want to use them and how it's going to be most effective. Waiting on a quick audio issue for a player for this technical pause as they get that all situated and feel comfortable to get back in game.
Well, we just saw a round where it's important, the audio cues, obviously, with the Cosmic
Yes.
Divide up, the tabs on and off, right? And how perfectly coordinated and synchronized that was then between Simulacra on this Astra kit and Fate on that distraction effect. And that's what comes out on top. So, yeah, definitely need those audio cues, I think, in full full spirits working operation. Hopefully it's not as long of a pause as the ping issue was, because we already fully extended our, I feel like, our sideline reporting earlier. Actually, I think I have an update. Actually, I can go back to that. I believe I just saw that the hyper speed versus TV is going map 3. Oh, we got a little
Really?
refresh doodle. Yeah, I think that's, yes, it is. And so is, no, okay, FlyQuest 1-2 over Catface. Our game's the other one that's obviously going map 3. Oh, MBSK
Yay.
Treasure 1-2-0. I think I said that one earlier, though, actually. So, yeah, that's all. So we just had 1 more game finish and 1 going in map 3. Which means our game's not going to be the last one to actually end tonight, Rivington, probably. I cursed us, by the way. We're going, like, quad OT now.
Look at that. And that's your 3-0 Shopify Puppy Thieves.
I'm excited for that match. I think they play very similarly, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And, I say that, but I should say the versus the Mel iteration. I'm curious. I feel like Alexis is a little Chaos Goblin. I could see her getting some spicier calling up in for the SRG squad. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? You know her too.
No.
Should be
Thrives on
happy
it.
to have that description.
Chaotic.
Indeed. Hey, it might be the spice of life that SRG needs. But all in all, 4 rounds that got Monarch X into this position with a dominant lead that they just now have to close out We walked through the ult effects that they've had. I think the biggest thing that I've really liked from Monarch X is they have been very intentional, I think, with the round starts as well. Again, deny the A main space. Again, break the KJ util mid. It's just been then hard to track for Empire, and we're consistently seeing Empire these last few rounds rotate off their post and then scramble to get back to them when they realize they've been duped.
Yeah. I think one of the things Empire started doing well, and we praised the Monarch for doing this in the previous matches, is adapting really fast. And Empire started to stay back, knowing Empire wanted to go aggressive, knowing Monarch wanted to be aggressive, and then that turned into Monarch walking into the sites. And then that turned on to Empire kind of figuring, oh, maybe they walked into this site with kind of not, like you said, getting a re-peek or a re-clear in enough time to create that window that would have safe vision on the site. And they're just kind of missing one footstep and everybody's in, and they realize they don't even have a site to themselves anymore. So I think it's that ebb and flow where Empire needs to keep kind of changing the way that they're playing back, playing forward, so Monarch can't feel comfortable to get themselves in. And I think we started to see a bit of that, but it's just Monarch have their grip.
Okay. I mean, we talked about this. I think the last tech pause came before a big swing round. I'm going to double check my math here. That was right before that bonus that we thought would have been really winnable for Monarch X if they focused and like double faked to get the core ultimate online, and they didn't, and then Empire just win it outright, like really, really fast, really paced. And so I'm wondering now, again, you can't talk with your team, but you can chat amongst yourself and internally. They come up with a plan. Because, oh, we're going to just get to see it here early on. Finally, tech pause comes to a close. Monarch X, keeping it simple. No even default into break utility. The pings come out for that cosmic divide. I think they understand how weak this side is after hitting it so many times, Rivington.
It's going to be a push out from A. They try to strengthen it, and it's been conditioned to them. Now, it's going to be that back hall hit again, right? Fate just gets all the way through, and then just makes it uncomfortable. They're somewhat reading it as Empire come back over, and they've already pushed through, so they have to know this is going to be the play, right?
Face your fear!
Sorry, turret is art, and they already hear these calls coming through. It's the hit.
Whoa, why are they pausing is the question.
Pause? Question mark?
Yeah, big question mark. Now the rotates come through. KJ, KO in position. Flank closed out. Entirety from that A main control.
Are they just not happy because they didn't get any tags? Oh,
shouldn't they be happy about that?
Find one of the flanks, though. I mean, not if you feel like the corners weren't empty and you could just get shotgunned out. It doesn't matter, though. It was just that. They didn't care. It's going to be 3v1 Pete. Now the last one standing between them, between Monarch and Victory. And it is victory for Monarch in the third map. They come back strong in the second half and find the W.